are you today? Are you ready for our English class?
Yay!
I am Teacher Junfe and I will help and guide you every step of the way. Are you excited to learn more today? Me too! I am so excited! So what are you waiting for? Grab your pen, paper, and your self-learning module. Let's get started with our spelling time. The first word is compound. Compound. The second word is infer. Infer. The third word is context clue. Context clue. The fourth word is synonym. Synonym. And our last word is antonym. Antonym. Now, let's try to check your work. If you got it all correctly, great work! Now, let us try to remember what have you learned last session. You're right! You learned about text types. Text types according to features. We have compare and contrast, problem and solution, and cause and effect. Today, you will be learning on how to infer the meaning of unfamiliar words and context clues.
Do you know this picture?
Right! That is a rainbow.
It has 7 colors.
Notice that out of this word, we can form words rain and bow. Rainbow is an example of compound word. Remember in our previous lesson, a compound word is made up of 2 or more words joined together. Example, Sunday. The first word is sun and the second word is day. Now it's your turn to figure out these words. Out of these compound words, find the first word and the second word. Let's check your work. If you got it all correctly, great work! Now, I have here a phrase. Let's read this together. Now, let's try to guess. What does this phrase refer to? You guessed it right! Butterfly! Now, let's try this second phrase. Ache or pain at the back of the body. What does this phrase refer to? Ache? Pain? At the back of the body? What's your guess? You're right! Back pain or backache. Good job! Now let's have the third phrase. A room where classes are held. Room, classes. What does this phrase refer to? Room, classes. You got it correctly. It's a classroom. I think you are keen on the details of the phrases. That's why you guessed it right. Read these phrases. Guess what does these phrases refer to? 5 seconds will be given to you. Let's check your work. Number 1, sunglasses, bookstore, and doorbell. If you got the 3 correctly, wow, that's amazing! How do we infer? What do we infer?
In inferring, you have to listen attentively. Listening while others or someone is talking will help you grasp important details. A good listener can understand well.
Do you know that inferring, or the ability to infer, is a skill of knowing the outcomes by realizing relevant details? It is not saying what is obvious or easily seen. Example, I have here a wet soil or ground. A wet soil is used for planting, not an inference. There's a water spilled from a container or by rain. That's an inference. Or we can say that someone poured an amount of liquid into the ground. That's an inference. A conclusion drawn out of inferring is called inference. To infer the meaning of unfamiliar words, you must consider the given details or the facts in the sentence, and the context clues, which are of great help. Context clues are a group of ideas that helps show the point or the subject. It can be found prior or before, within or after a statement. Most unfamiliar words are presented through context clues, which are helpful in reading. Example, Frederick's corn farm is extensive. The tractors cannot cover it in a day. Now, what does extensive mean? The context clue is in the second sentence. Can you read this statement flash on your screen? The clue is land along the river. The statement here tells an idea. Land along the river is our clue. What is the compound word of land along the river? That can be found in the second statement. Riverbank, you're right. Now together, let's try this next statement. Everybody, read please. The clue is sun goes up brightly. What is the compound word of the phrase?
The answer is daylight. You got it right.
Now, grade 5 learners, it's your turn to complete this table in each item. Write your answer on your paper. Now, let's go over to your answers. If you got all the items correctly, congratulations! Great job! Great job for making this far! Context clues are such a big help, right? Yes, it is! So, let's move on how to infer the meaning of context clues. Now let's try this activity. Arrange the jumbled letters to match the given word.
Figure out these letters.
Lovely! You got it!
And here is the second one.
You arranged it correctly. It's elegant. Good job! Lovely and beautiful, elegant and graceful are the same meaning. Let's try this another simple activity. Just read each question attentively and choose your correct answer. Question number 1. Which word is the opposite of passive? The answer is active. Which word refers to the surroundings? The answer is environment. Number 3. Which word describes an artist? You got it right. Creative. Which word means correct reasoning? You got it right. Logical. Which word describes the one who supports and loves his country? The answer is patriotic. Do you know that words that bear similar meaning are called synonyms? Examples are children, kids, gift, present, stare, gaze, feed, graze. On the other hand, words that bear opposite in meaning are called antonyms. Examples: hot, cold, young, old, narrow, wide. We can infer the meaning of context clues by identifying if the word is a synonym or antonym. On your module on page 5, read the passage carefully. There are blanks in it that need to be filled with correct antonym of words enclosed in parentheses. The first one is done for you. Now go over your answers and try to compare with this. Now let's check what have you learned. Right. Inferring is the skill of knowing the outcome by realizing the specific details given. Context clues are ideas that helps point the subject. To infer the meaning of unfamiliar words, we have to identify if it is compound with the help of clues or context clues. And to infer the meaning of context clues, we have to identify the synonyms, the antonyms, and other word parts. I think you are now ready to answer the assessment on lesson 13 and 14. Good luck, kids! Please do not forget to read the instruction and the choices inside the box. Let's try item number 1. The answer is fireman. And for test 2, please read again the instruction. The first item is already done for you.
Now, don't forget your 5-item assignment.
That's it for today, children. Enjoy learning and don't forget to have fun.
Naririnig mo bang busina?